Isekai anime are notorious for the use of overpowered characters, most notably the protagonist. However, in recent years, we've gotten to see even overpowered supporting characters? What? You might think it's weird watching a show where the protagonist can defeat his opponents by lifting just a finger, but that's what we like. We're weebs. No, I'm just kidding. But in some cases, that is the beauty of the Isekai, and when well done, it has proven to translate into a pretty solid show, guys. Am I right? Okay, so right off the bat, we will be looking at 11 of these amazing anime that possess overpowered main MCs, and you'll obviously have watched some of these, but get ready for some fun, yeah? At number 11, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Isekai's love for game worlds just can't really be explained. In this anime, our main character is a gamer, and as we have come to expect, he finds himself inside a mysterious world that turns out to be his favorite video game. Before I proceed, allow me to say how impressed I was by the harem in this anime. You know, extremely well designed and with just good enough personalities. Being an avid player of the game, our protagonist is well overpowered in the game and turns out to be the demon lord Diablo. In a reversed accidental situation, he ends up with two slave girls, an elf and a panther. The overpowered Diablo sets out helping these girls on their missions and adventuring on ways to free them from the servitude. Demon Lord Diablo is so overpowered and no one in the world can stop him. This sounds like my mom back in the day when she wanted me to clean my room. No one could stop her. I had to do it. At number 10, we have Wise Man's Grandchild. This brilliant fantasy isekai is animated by the fantastic Silver Link Studio. Brought to you by Quote the Anime. The overpowered main character is Shin Walford, and he's the titular grandchild of the most powerful magician in the universe, Merlin Wolfer. You know, I just get hyped when I hear like the most powerful grandpa of something, you know? Like, it just hypes me up. That's sort of like God of High School, if you know what I'm talking about, you know? Jin's grandfather. So let's go back to Shin's former life. He was a young man who suddenly died and reincarnated in a new magical world. He swiftly learns all the teachings of his grandpa, and overpowered becomes an understatement, my guys. Shin's knowledge of science from his previous world serves him well in his magical journey as he sets to revolutionize magical tools. He's also capable of performing magical spells without words. This kind of reminds me of Mushoku Tensei. At number 9, we have Log Horizon. Another isekai in a game world where the story is quite compelling. An update for an online game traps thousands of players in the virtual game world, and everyone has to continue as their game avatar. Our protagonist is Shiro. He's not overpowered at the start of the series, but as he journeys with his friends, Naotsugu and Akatsuki, to overcome the challenges in this fictional world, he gets the well-needed upgrades and soon becomes the undisputed, undeniable heavyweight, lightweight, bantamweight, welterweight, everyweight, overpowered. This anime does well in its world building, feeling like an actual game, and if you're a gamer and you've got some free time, then just give it a watch, yeah? And then come talk to me. Then let's hear what you gotta say in the comments, cause if you ain't watched it, then why you gotta talk that smack, yeah? Alright, at number 8, we have the Saga of Tanya the Evil. Any more thus, and I would have just left this video midway, just not even finished it. Popularly known as the Saga of Tanya the Evil. This entire anime happens because of a man. That's it, guys. That's the problem. Men are the problem in the entire world. This entire anime happens because a man doesn't believe in God. In Tanya's former life, he is killed by an employee. God appears, questioning him for his lack of faith, and they have an argument. You know what? That's a fair argument. Like, I'm questioning that, aren't you? Aren't we all? It goes on and on until the man is reincarnated in the body of a young girl. A lolly. Great stuff, I guess. Right? Maybe. I think lolly's like politically incorrect these days. I don't know what's happening. Can we talk about this in the comments? Like, what's really happening with this term? Tanya is reincarnated as a 13-year-old girl in the middle of a war, and she takes this challenge quite seriously, honing her skills and working up rank after rank till she becomes a ruthless beast that will crush all her enemies without hesitation? Is this Berserk or what? You know what I mean? Is this Guts from Berserk? Apart from that, I guess there's something to be admired about a ruthless lolly, maybe. And at number 7, we have the infamous Sword Art Online. So Sword Art Online is famed for changing the game for the isekai genre. And it had a revolutionary impact, you know, bringing more viewers to the genre. And in its own rights, it's a great show. I'm not going to talk too much about this show, but anyways, our overpowered protagonist is Kazuto Kirito Kirigaya, and he's the best player in the video game where about 10,000 people are trapped inside. Oh, and yes, he does defeat the boss, freeing everyone. And at number 6, we have Sage Machine Master Story in the Different World. I'm loving how these names are just getting longer and longer. An isekai anime has just turned into a sentence nowadays. You know what I mean? A mysterious group kidnaps a young boy from Earth, taking him to a new world, Geminar. In this new world, he's tasked with assassinating the Empress. But the Empress takes an interest in our protagonist, and he is captured. Males are rare in Geminar. The Empress takes him to a sacred place where mechanoid pilots train, and as he aids her in her wars, Kenshi Masaki gets stronger, becoming so overpowered that he can kick a metal cannon 45 degrees upwards. So basically, the princess just makes him her servant. And number 5, we have Gate. The 2015 isekai anime adapted from a light novel deals on really serious themes. A portal opens up in modern Japan, and warriors come out of it, rampaging the city of Tokyo. After the warriors are repelled, Yoji Itami is sent to investigate the world at the other end of the portal. This science fiction is filled with suspense and a plot wide enough to manage sinister motives from other nations who are jealous of Japan. Aren't we all? They created anime. I'm jealous of them. Yoji Itami is an overpowered character, and he gets to save not just Japan, but the entire world. That's just unfair. He gets way too much glory, and I don't get any glory in life. I just want to be heard. Give me some attention. And number 4, we have Cautious Hero. A long name isekai is always fun, and what can be better than an overpowered character, other than one who is overpowered and also cautious? The main character is named Seiya Ryugin, and this guy is massively overpowered, but then he's very cautious and does not like engaging in battles, okay? Nevertheless, not even the Demon Lord can stop this overpowered human hero. Seiya is summoned by a goddess named Ristarte to a fantasy game-like world where he's supposed to defeat the Demon King. He has exceptional powers, of course, but overly cautious. Just straight paranoid, man. It's almost like he smoked weed before entering the game world or something crazy. He was like, I'm going to an isekai world, but then I got high. I wanted to go to a new world, but then I got high. Then I got high, but then I got high and became overly cautious. And number 3, we have The Rising of the Shield Hero, the most famous anime ever made in the isekai world, ever to be defeated and continued. Honestly, I wouldn't believe you if you said you have never heard about this anime, because you're a liar, and I do not want to hear it. One of my most favorite anime memes is the one about something is rising and it's not the shield hero. Okay, if you got it, you got it. The story follows Naofumi Iwatani, who's transported into a parallel world to fight monsters. Being the weakest of the heroes does not break Naofumi's resolve as he trains to become stronger, and with the aid of Tanaki, a bird-like monster, his strength becomes unrivaled, and the shield hero will solve all the mysteries in his world. Here's where it gets sort of crazy. He is wrongfully accused of sexual assault after being transported to this world, and so he has to start from zero, maybe even in the negatives, with his adorable party members. And at number 2, we have Overlord. Is a dark fantasy isekai featuring the overpowered protagonist Ainzul, who is a veteran player of the game, now trapped in the game world without human emotions. Can you imagine someone without human emotions and they're overpowered? Like they have all the powers you can imagine. Wait, is that God? Ainzul's powers are limitless, and he's capable of beating anyone. He can defeat his opponents without even lifting a finger. Watching this overpowered main character explore this game world, solve mysteries, and search for answers is more fun than you would have thought. Honestly, one of my fave pastime isekai. If you need a show to binge this weekend, guys, Overlord. And at number 1, we have The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. This one is arguably one of the most popular isekai anime series in the world, at the moment. Yeah, I get it, slimes are supposed to be weak, but this one, not that weak. You might be thinking, what fun is there in watching an overpowered slime, right? You know what I mean? What can the slime do? I don't know. Clean stuff, wash dishes, stick to things. But this anime is awesome. It is thrilling and exciting. The overpowered main character in this show is Satoru Mikami, who is murdered during an encounter with a colleague. He is then reincarnated in a new world as a slime, acquiring an ability known as Predator, which allows him to absorb skills after devouring things. He becomes allies with a dragon who renames the slime Rimuru Tempest. Our overpowered protagonist has to defend himself and his allies from monsters and demons who want to destroy them in this new world. See, initially Mikami Satoru was really unhappy with his life as a corporate slave, you could say. Alright guys, it's your boy Ernie Senpai. In conclusion, isekais and overpowered main characters mostly go hand in hand, right? So we've got some of them, you know, here for you. Some of them even have to train like crazy to be overpowered, you know, just to kick some bootay. With our list of the best isekai anime with overpowered characters, you'd be able to experience a whole new level of fun. I hope you liked our list, and we'll come back with more soon if that's what you like. Tell me what you want in the comments, guys. Come on, it's your boy Ernie Senpai. I'm out.